Howdy everybody, today we're finally going to fix the Mark II 5-cylinder, but first I have something to show you guys. The 5-cylinder drift car build finally has a turbo. This bad boy is a G3660 Arashi turbo, and I'm actually partnering with Arashi Turbo on this 5-cylinder drift car build, so that's really exciting. Thank you to them for, wanting to work with me on this build. How cool is that's sick. So this G3660 is good for about 500 horsepower, and so is the 07K, but I'm definitely not going to shoot for that power goal. I don't need 500 horsepower on a drift car build, and I've never drifted before, so yeah. Power goals will more likely be around 350, but I've never had a brand new turbo, so how freaking cool is that, dude? Like, that's so sweet. Awesome. There's a lot more to talk about on the 5-cylinder drift car build. A lot of things have changed, and now I can't make up my mind on whether if I want to do a B5 chassis or an E30 chassis, and my heart's kind of telling me that I want to do an E30 chassis. But I'm going to be completely honest, I'm probably not going to tell you guys until the car is in my possession, because I don't want to keep talking about it. I just want to freaking do it. So if it's a B5, it's an E30, who knows? We'll find out. You guys will too, because I don't even know yet. Anyway, the Mark II 5-cylinder over here has been broken for like 3 weeks now with a blown axle, so let's get working on that and get that thing. We'll freaking go rip this baby. So initially, what I thought happened on this unit was I thought I just broke all of the bolts in the axle. Turns out I did a lot worse than that. I broke the entire CV axle on the end. Did not mean to do that, but that's what happened, so we're gonna fix it. I can build an entire car, but I don't know how to change an axle, so let's figure this out together. Dad is cutting wood behind me, so hopefully the audio is not too screwed up from that. There she goes. Goodbye. All right, now this should just slide right off, and then we can slide the new unit right back on. They look the same. You can see though on this one, the holes were completely stretched out. I stretched out my holes on my axe hole. Come on, stretch out. Nope, I'm not gonna say that. Stupid freaking car. Yeah. There we go. Get some grease on our shaft. That's nice. Get some grease in our hole. Spread that out. You can never have too much, lubricant. All right, now we got to get this car up in the air and off the ground so we can take the tire off, drop the knuckle, throw the axle in, and then go have a freaking fun time. Luckily for me, the knuckle is super easy to drop. Not too complicated. The axle cup is still taken off because there was like all the threads from the old axle bolts, all of them snapped off inside of the axle cup. So only one I couldn't get out. So we have 5 out of 6 axle bolts, but I would still consider that a passing score. So I think it's fine. All right, axle cup is back in. Now let's throw in this axle and then go from there. First, I gotta put some grease up in this CV axle here. We're just gonna drench that puppy sucker. Get you some grease in there. Yeah, how about it? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Strong, strong. I'm freaking a beast. I am a tank. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. Go in. Yeah, okay, cool. See, nobody could stop me. Not even a freaking Mark II knuckle, baby. Get these knuckles tightened back up and then get the tire on. Well, first, yeah. Don't listen to me. All right, well, axle is in, so first things first, we got to see if this thing even starts, so let's find out. Come on, yeah! I'm just gonna let it idle for a little bit and then we'll take it for a test drive, see if everything's good, and then we'll go back to ripping this thing. I know from the outside, guys, this thing doesn't look like a lot, but this thing's a freaking beast. It is one of the most fun cars I've ever driven, so let's hop in it and let's go for a rip ski. All right, well, I'm a little nervous for some reason. I don't know why I'm so nervous, because all I did was fix an axle. I rebuilt the entire car and I wasn't this nervous for the first drive, but let's just see what happens. Oh man, driving this thing is vastly different than driving the B7. the clutch is so heavy, but like heavy in a good way. Because obviously it's not a hydraulic clutch, so. Oh, dude, I miss driving this car. It's so funny. Oh, my glasses are starting to fog up. Because I'm so hot and bothered, baby, because I love this car. It just sounds so good, and the fact that this sound is coming from a Mark II, like a little tiny Golf, like, it's just so funny, dude. It just tickles the right spots in my soul. We're gonna be a little bit more gentle on the 1-2 shifts, though, from now on. Just because, you know, that's how I broke it last time, so just gonna be a little gentle. Oh, dude, I love this car so much. I really hope it comes through on camera. Like, this thing is... Oh, there's so many things that I need to fix on it still, but I would drive it like this as is. No more 7,000 RPM launches, though. Oh shit, my hood's about to pop up. Oh no, it's not like the windshield's already cracked, but I really don't want the hood to pop up and fly in my face. Ah. Okay. That could have been bad. Makes me feel like a little schoolgirl, dude. I'm not gonna drive it super fast because I don't know, I feel a little sketched out right now. It feels really floaty for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the tire pressures or something, but it feels just really like floaty, like it's kind of dancey. I also haven't driven it in 3 weeks to a month. I don't know how long it's been, and I, don't want to end up in the ditch because there's no airbags. I'd really like to get a cage and harnesses and just drive around full time in freaking a full race suit because this thing scares me a lot. And there's also deer out. I live in a very highly deer populated area, and I don't really want to hit one of those with this. We're back at the spot where I broke it. All right, we're not going to do a launch here just because, how funny would that be? I break it in the same spot twice. All right, we'll do a second gear roll. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Gosh, dude. Oh, it stinks so bad in here. All the smells and stuff are just burning off, but oh my gosh, man. We are so back, baby. We are back. Oh, I did it again. All right, well, sometimes when you try to slam it in the third, the linkage will kind of come out of its like little holding spot. So that's what we just did right there. We are so back, baby. Let's freaking go, dude. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it in reverse. Yeah, the linkage is all screwed up again, but that's an easy fix. Honestly, I'd really like to get a Diesel Geek kit, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. All right, the Mark II is officially back. Victory screech! All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. 5-cylinder turbo drift car build is getting, you know, a little bit crazy. I don't really know what we're going to do yet. I don't know what chassis it's going to be in, but just know that it's going to be a 400 wheel horsepower turbo 5-cylinder drift car, and it's going to be absolutely freaking sick. And I don't even know how to drift, but it's going to be so much fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. See you later. Goodbye. Freaking love this car. I really hope you're still recording. Oh, thank God.